I'm seriously starting to wonder if I need to make this my intro music for the crafty streams. I'm also wondering, yeah, not wondering. I'm actually gonna add the uwu command to the other streams as well, because I'm just laughing my ass off every time it happens. I will have a bit of a setup like the barrel roll where you can't spam it, because right now it has no limit, specifically thematic to this stream. But yeah, I still love it. Every time I do the Doki stream, I'm looking forward to the uwus. I hope you're all doing okay. Welcome for this evening. We're going into the third part of Doki Literature Club, which hi, Combuster. Which I'm hoping for finally a bit of the horror bits, or the scary bits. Thank you, Tinus. 48 months, jeez. Hope you're doing well. Thank you ever so much. But yeah, I'm kind of hoping for the horror bits of Doki Literature Club, because that's why we're playing it. I want to see the scary stuff. I know that there's some disturbing stuff going on eventually, but we haven't hit it yet. So far we only found out that one of them is into mangas, the other one is into more like a bit of, I would say, gothy stuff. We haven't really got anywhere else. We so old, we definitely are. I realized recently that I've been streaming for a good amount of 5 years now, if not being a content creator for almost 10 years, I think. And it's bizarre to me that I have that under my belt. No matter what's going on in my life, the fact that I've been doing stuff with not only internet, but also like music, VJ work, stuff like that, design work, web development, stuff like that. Mind-boggling. Yeah, but I've been doing it with a lot of passion, and sometimes up, sometimes down, and I'm glad you guys are part of that. So. Anyway, enough feathers. We should dive into the game. I'm not sure when we're gonna be making more poetry. You hobbies. I mean, yes, it's a hobby, but it's also a bit of a passion. It's you need to really like doing this, otherwise you're not gonna be doing it for very long, I feel. But anyway. Ta-da! Game time. Let's see how our save game is doing. Oh right, I forgot about that. So the last time Monica, I believe her name is. The last time Monica told us that we should save our game in case we make a decision we might later regret. And the decision we made was if, what's her name, Yuri? If Yuri asks us to walk with her instead of Saroju, I believe she's called, if we would do it. And we said yes, because we feel it would be beneficial to her mental health in some way or form. That decision we saved right before that. So Yori, thank you. I mean, don't expect me to actually remember their names. I have like a life outside of Doki Literature Club. Anyway, so we made the save here on that spot. We're gonna keep that right there in case we want to continue there from there on in the future. The idea is we're playing through this once, but there is actually a situation where if something happens and we might go back to this, I want to be able to do that. Because of, I know there's some stuff that is related to the game and you can go back to a save and there's stuff happening I don't know how that works, but we'll see. I didn't really read up on it. Right. We made it forward last time, and it's now the next day. So, let's see what's happening in the world of Doki Doki Literature Club. Have you noticed, by the way, that my pronunciation of literature has gotten better over the course of the past 2 streams? I raffle. Anyway. Oh man. I'm the last one here again. Don't worry. I just walked in too. Oh, I just realized that that's me. Okay. No, I didn't practice. It just came naturally to me. Were you practicing piano again? Yeah. The part you guys liked the most? Ahaha. You must have a lot of determination. Starting this club and now picking up piano? Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. Remember that the club wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you, for all of you. Literature being the only thing that actually comes out of my mouth without any issue, it seems. I'm super happy that you're all willing to help me out for the festival too. Ah, I can't wait for the festival. It's gonna be great. Weren't you complaining about just yesterday, Natsuki? Yeah, I was just about to say the same. Well, yeah. I'm not talking about our part in the festival. But it's the whole day of school where we get to play and eat all kinds of delicious food. Oh, that's why. She's on the food trip thing. You sound a bit like Sayuri all of a sudden. Monica, do they usually have fried squid? Squid? That's a pretty specific thing to look forward to. Oh, come on. Are you saying you don't like squid? You of all people? What you mean, you of all people? Ew. I didn't say I don't like it. Besides, what do you mean, you of all people? Yeah, exactly. Because it's right in your name. What? Monica? Monica. Oh, the vote overlay is still up. Bye, vote overlay. Thanks, Kabasti. Anime girls like squid? Yeah, it's the tentacles. That's not how you say my name at all. Can I have someone that understands Japanese explain to me which part of Mon Ika is actually squid? Also, that joke makes no sense in translation. Oh, hang on. Never mind. Let's just focus on our own event for now, okay? And now the part that Tinus likes the most. Fine, fine. Oh, Ika is cuttlefish. Is a cuttlefish... Cuttlefish isn't a squid, right? Or is it like a squid-like creature? I need to know now. If they're like related to squid. Oh, I've completely had a different thing in mind. Yeah, they're squids. I thought a cuttlefish was one of those, was actually like a pufferfish. Maybe I should have had coffee instead of tea before the stream. They're cute though, cuttlefish. Cool. Maybe we should do some cuttlefish art at some point. Anyway, I'm diverging. Fugu. Ah, okay. Pufferfish or fugu. I'm learning things. It's amazing. Your reactions aren't as funny as Yaori's or Sayori's anyway. Excuse me? Where is Sayori anyway? Oh, there you are. Sayori is sitting at the desk at the corner of the room, looking down at nothing. I walk over to her. Hey, Sayori. I wave my hand in front of her face. You're spacing out again? Aha. Yeah, sorry. Don't mind me. You can go talk to everyone else. Of course she's upset about what we said yesterday. Huh? Is everything alright? Of course. Why wouldn't it be? I just feel like you're a little bit off. Sorry for assuming things. Geez, you worry too much about me. I'm fine, see? Sayori shows a big smile. Don't let me distract you from having fun with everyone. Well, alright. If you say so. Okay. I weirdly glance at Sayori for turning back to everyone else. But the conversation is already dispersed. With everyone back in their usual activities. Maybe you should ask Monika if she's noticed anything about Sayori lately. Since they've been preparing for the festival, they must have been spending a lot of time together. I timidly approach Monika, who is shuffling through some papers in her desk. Hey Fuzzy, what's up? Hey, this might sound a little strange, but you noticed anything up with Sayori recently? Anything up with her? In what way do you mean? Maybe I'm reading a little bit too much into this, but she seems to be a bit downcast today. Oh, you think so? I can't say I've noticed anything about her. Monika peers across the room to Sayori, who is idly dragging a rubber eraser up and down her desk. Maybe there's something on her mind. But I'm surprised. I'm not the one asking you, Fuzzy. You certainly know her a lot better than I do. Yeah, but she's never really like this. She's always talking to me about things that bother her. But this time, when I asked her, she was literally dismissive. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. I just wanted to ask if you knew anything. So I'll drop it now. No. It's important to me too. I mean, I'm also her friend. And I also care about the well-being of the club members, you know? Maybe I'll try talking to her myself. Are you sure about that? She seems like she wanted to be left alone. Are you sure? Maybe she just had a hard time bringing it up with the person of interest. Oh god. Person of interest? What do you mean by that? I'm saying that maybe the thing on her mind is you, Fuzzy. Me? How on earth would you come to that conclusion? Well, I probably shouldn't say too much, but Sayori talks about you more than anything else, you know? She's been so much happier ever since you've joined the club. It's like an extra light was turned on inside of her. What? Your honest reaction? Oh, hi Monika, C1. Oh. you sure picked the stream to come into. What? No way. Shiori is always like that. She's always been full of sunshine. It's not any different now than it's always been. You're so funny, Fuzzy. Have you thought that maybe you've always seen her as so cheerful? Because that's how she is when she's around you? I'm said too much. I'm sorry. What do I know anyway? I didn't mean to jump to the conclusion. So you should just forget what I said. I'll try and talk to her. So try not to think about it for now. Alright. Monika smiles meaningfully. I know she said to forget about it, but I already know that I won't be able to get her words out of my head. Monika stands up from her desk and walks across the room where Sayori is sitting. It's also nice that she does this in the room while you're still there. You know, it's not gonna be awkward at all, like in half an hour from now. I watch her kneel down next to Sayori and gently talk to her. But she's keeping her voice so quiet that I can't hear from her from here. I sigh and sit myself down. I know Sayori told me not to worry about her and to have fun with everyone else, but that's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. Exactly how much do I care about her that I'm letting this weigh me down so much? Now it feels like I'm the one behaving out of ordinary. Can you take over stream? Before you go any further, I don't know anything about the game except for rumors, and that's about it. So, any in-game lore or anything related to that, I don't know how to react to that. But there's nothing I can do besides wait for Monika. Hey you. I look up to see Natsuki next to me. Are you just gonna sit there and keep staring at nothing? There isn't that much time, so... Ah, sorry. I didn't mean to make you worry or anything. It's not like I'm worried. I was just...
Hello there.
Hey, McFilton.
Woo?
Natsuki glances down at her side. I was waiting for the starting... She holds the volume of the manga in her hands. Ah, that's right. Something just came up for a minute. We can get started now. I won't make you wait any longer. Jeez. Now you're making me feel like a jerk. If something's bothering you, then you can just tell me to leave you alone, and I will. I mean, assuming you didn't feel like talking about it or anything. She practically mumbles the last part. Nah, I'm probably making it seem a bigger deal than it really is. I've just been thinking about Sayori, that's all. Sayori? Thinking about her? Yeah, she seems pretty down today. But she didn't want to admit it to me. So I can't help but wonder if something is happening to her. Oh. Natsuki exhales. Well, first of all, should you really work on you should really work on your phrasing. But anyway, you're her best friend, right? Yeah, so I guess. Yeah. Then in that case, I think you should trust her a little more. If she needed you, then you would be the first person she would go to, right? Well, I guess that's true. I mean, some people just have those days. You can't always avoid it. If anything, she probably doesn't want you to worry about her, because it's not important. Yeah, that's kind of what she said to me. Maybe it's not right for me to go against her wishes. Exactly. If she needs you to worry about her, then it will be a lot more obvious. Yeah. I should have thought of it that way from the start. Natsuki fiddles with the book she's holding in her hands.
Fatality.
She rips it apart. She really means a lot to you, doesn't she? Don't get the wrong idea or anything. We've just been friends for a long time. It's normal to be worried about your friend. I mean, you were worried about me, so... I was not. Jeez, if you're fine, then let's hurry and get started already. Yeah. I pull the first volume of Parfait Girls out of my bag. Natsuki takes it out from my hands, then quickly turns it over, presumably to check for wrinkles. Yeah, I'm not that careless. I hand the manga all the time, you know. I just wanted to make sure. Can you blame me for being paranoid? I don't give people my manga every day, you know. Ah, that's true. I don't blame you. Well, anyway, let me put this one back. I'm gonna get the next one, okay? Natsuki makes her way to the closet. Did I even finish that volume? I mean, we said that we would finish the book that Yuri gave us and we would finish this novel, but did we actually? I don't remember us telling Natsuki that we actually read the whole thing. I follow. So you're gonna tell me everything you've thought, right? Where did this volume leave off again? I forgot. Ah, the chapter ended when Minori and Alice found... Monica? No, they didn't find Monica. Natsuki's voice resonates from inside the closet. Huh? I peer inside. All of Natsuki's books are lined up on the top shelf. Did you move the mangas again? Ah, sorry. The teacher got mad at me for taking up so much space in the closet. So I had to move some stuff around to clean up. Just a little bit. It's all still there. I just had to organize a bit. I was just about to say, top shelf is way higher than she can reach, probably. She makes a futile hop, trying to figure out how to reach her mangas. Jeez, this is so inconvenient. I'm moving these all back down. There's plenty of room on these shelves. And besides, they're really pretty to look at when they're all lined up. Why would you waste that top shelf? Oh, Natsuki. There's a stool in the hallway here. A stool on the wall here. In the closet there's a collapsed stool that's hanging on the wall. If you want, I can reach up there and hand them to you. I can get them myself. Natsuki grabs the stool from the wall and unfolds it. You think I'm too short or something? I mean, I knew it. Well, you know what? Just watch me. Natsuki hops on the stool, which ends up being a little wobbly because of its collapsing design. Collapsible design. Careful. I know what I'm doing. Standing on the stool, Natsuki's fingertips reach the top shelf. The stool will be enough for me to easily grab the books, but Natsuki is being stubborn as usual. Oh. Natsuki uses her fingers to scoot one of the smaller boxes to the edge of the shelf. See? Kya? The box suddenly tips. Natsuki barely catches it before it falls to the floor. The stool wobbles. Wah-wah! Losing balance, Natsuki hops off the stool. Thankfully, she was able to stay on her feet. She holds the box triumphantly. There. Having almost fell, Natsuki is a bit shaken up. Jeez. No need to prove yourself to me. There's no way you'll be able to get the bigger boxes like that. I can reach them, so just... I said I can do it. I don't want your help, okay? I'm gonna get a chair, so just hang on. Natsuki forces her way past me out of the closet. Let's see. The classroom chairs have a desk attached. So they're too inconvenient to fit into the closet. Aha! Natsuki trots over with the to the teacher's desk, which has a computer chair behind it. She rolls it on its wheels back over to the closet. Yeah, that's gonna be much more stable than a collapsible chair. It's not gonna roll all over the place. Ah! It's a little dangerous, since the chair swivels and rolls. But I've already learned my lesson, so I keep my mouth shut. Hush. Natsuki climbs onto the chair, then slowly balances onto her feet. Since she refused my help, I take a seat with my back against the side of the doorway and simply watch. Ah, there we go. See, I can easily do it now. Natsuki grabs a stack of mangas and bends down to put it on the shelf below. Whoa! The chair shivels. Natsuki catches herself on the shelf. What are you doing? Can you at least hold the chair steady instead of sitting and doing nothing? Who was it who told me not to help? Yeah, I got you. I hold the chair while Natsuki reaches back up. I can almost see up her skirt. Gah. I force myself to turn away. Good boy. Natsuki seriously didn't think this one through. Once she realizes I'll be dead. Huh. Natsuki wraps her arms around the Parfait Girl box set.
You will?
Easily the largest one on the shelf. Heavy. Hey Fuzzy. I don't think I can bend down without falling. Hurry and take this one. But then I have to let go of the chair. That's fine. Just for a second. Hurry up. Alright. Let me just stand up. I slowly release my grip from the chair. What do you mean stand up? Natsuki looks down at me. Are you all the way back there? All the way back? Natsuki looks like she just realized something. But she'll lose her balance if she moves. Natsuki, the box! What are you looking at? The box. You're trying to look up my... Natsuki's legs shake. I'm not. I was just holding the chair. Natsuki, don't try to move. Just give me the box. You perv. You set me up. Go away. Get out. But I'll do it myself. The chair suddenly swivels beneath Natsuki's feet. Natsuki! Yeah! The scene turns into chaos in a split second. The chair flies from underneath Natsuki's feet. Frantically I try to catch her. The box topples out of her hands, and the books go flying. I got you. But does he? The full force of Natsuki's body against me throws me onto the ground. A whole bunch of books pelt me in the face. Natsuki tries to shield herself with her own arms, as her face lands straight on my chest. My right arm and my back seriously felt the impact. Okay, we're still alive, good. We didn't get murdered by manga books. Slowly Natsuki comes to her senses. Guk. She presses her arms straight onto me to prop herself up. Natsuki seems to realize that it's not the floor that's beneath her. Gross! The fist pounds into my chest. Natsuki then hoists herself onto her feet. What were you thinking, you sicko? Yeah, I'm the bad guy. Everything okay over here? I heard a loud noise. Monika suddenly peers in. Monika! See what happens when you put the mangas on the top shelf? We're gonna have ads in a second, by the way. And I'm gonna grab some water when it comes in. Are you trying to kill the club members or something? Jeez. I'm sorry. Oh, and one more thing. It seems like your most recent club member is a total pervert. So I hope you're happy. I didn't... Somehow it's impossible for me to explain this whole bizarre situation to Monica. I didn't do anything, I swear. I know, don't worry. Monica says that quietly to me. Oh, okay. Looks like I'm off the hook. Oh no. My... I look down. Natsuki's kneeling on the floor. Ad break. I love how this is the moment when the game is just like, you know what, we're not gonna play any music. But feel free to ooh yourself all the way to Sunday. I'll be right back with some water.
Ooh woo.
Ooh. Ooh.
Ooh woo.
Ooh. Ooh. Ooh woo. Ooh woo. Ooh woo. Ooh woo.
Ooh woo.
Ooh woo.
Ooh woo.
Ooh woo.
Ooh woo.
Ooh woo. Ooh woo.
Ooh woo. Ooh woo.
Ooh woo. Ooh woo. Ooh woo. Ooh woo. Ooh woo. Ooh.
Right, fresh batch of water. I accidentally clicked on stuff, so we're gonna have to read a little bit of this when we get back from the ad break. I noticed all the all the oohs. Nice one. So yeah, I clicked on something while I was trying to see if I could actually turn on some music for you guys while I was awake grabbing some water, but there isn't in the main menu, like the computer screen thing that you get with Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. It actually has like an option to play music, but it would have meant that I would have had to save and then go back and then come back here. Didn't want to do that. Anyway, I misclicked some couple times, so we are here now. Natsuki is kneeling on the floor, holding one of the books that are scattered all over. There's a large diagonal crease along the page that she's desperately trying to smooth out. Oh, it must have landed on the page. Natsuki tries a bit more to fix the crease, but she can't get it out. Suddenly she gives up and slams the book shut, then throws it to the floor. Instead of continuing to yell, she just lowered her head. Sub. Natsuki, are you... No. Natsuki's voice squeaks. I see tears in her face. Aw. I hope you get the crease out, okay? It's partially my fault, so... Natsuki shakes her head, still looking down. No. I don't even care that much. I'm just... having a really bad day today. Natsuki sobs again. I didn't mean to take it out on you. I really didn't mean to. It's fine. Is there anything you want to talk about? Natsuki shakes her head. Just every day is so hard. I just want to come to the club and Natsuki falls silent again. I can't press her, so I can only do what I know how to do. Alright. Well, I'll help you clean this up. And I'll move the rest of your mangas for you. Ah. I pick up volume 2 of Parfait Girls. We'll set this one aside. This will help cheer you up in a bit, right? We can start on this one once I'm done here. Natsuki looks up with her glossy eyes. Her lips quiver. You're really nice to me. Huh? That sounds really strange coming from Natsuki. I didn't expect that at all. Well, I'm just treating you like a friend, you know? Natsuki lowers her head and stifles another sob. I'm not sure what happened to her today, but being nice is the least I could do. The next couple minutes are silent between us, as I begin gathering the scattered books. What the hell happened? If you mean what just happened in chat, we had a short ad break. I make sure to slip them into a box in the correct order. After a little bit, Natsuki starts helping. It isn't long before we're done, and hoist the box onto the shelf where Natsuki wanted to put it. Then, I get the stool and quickly finish moving the rest of her books from the top shelf. Alright, that should do it. I hop off the stool. Natsuki averts her gaze. Thanks. Haha, it's nothing. Natsuki is holding the volume I set aside in her hands. Alright, I'm ready. Good. Even if you weren't, I'd make you anyway. That sounds like her old self again. You're taking responsibility for what you said. The thing about cheering me up. If you insist. We sit at the same spot as last time, and I open the second volume. Natsuki's mood quickly improves, laughing and pointing things out at me. She's surprisingly sharp, makes notes of a lot of subtle, repeated jokes and background elements. In the end, I'm pretty impressed by how everything ties together in this manga. I guess Natsuki has a good taste after all. After some time, Monica gets our attention as usual, and it's time to share our poems again. I guess I'll be holding on for this one, onto this for now. Yep. Even you sound more enthusiastic this time. Well, I'm starting to get into it, you know? Oh god, Combustor, please translate that. Told you. Yeah. I returned to my seat and slipped the book into my bag. That's what Kev said. Okay. I also have no idea what Kev said. Ah, you guys gonna make me Google Translate shit. Hang on. Oh, Baka. I thought it said Bakal. Jeez. You even have Japanese keyboard layout? Oh my god, Kamoster. Okay, who do we do first? I'll start with Sayori because I'm seriously curious what's going on with her and I'm hoping this will give us some answers. Besides, we can just go from top to bottom. As we established before, I don't think it makes any difference. Triple dot. It's nice, I guess. Come on. I can already tell you don't like it. Oh, Reed gave her our poem first, okay. Well, I don't need to worry about you don't need to worry about what I think. After all, you wrote this for someone else, didn't you? Not if my schizophrenic chat has anything to say about it. Probably, Natsuki. I didn't write this for anyone in specific. Good job, guys. Maybe. That's not really what I meant, though. That's okay. You're making new friends, just like I was hoping. That makes me really happy. And you're happy too, right? In this club? Well, of course I am. Good. That's all that matters to me. Thank you, Fuzzy. Sayori, is there something wrong? Huh? No, nothing. I'm just a little tired today. Alright. Just tell me if you need anything. I will. Don't worry about me, okay? You can go play with everyone else now. If you insist. Yay! I'm gonna go home a little bit earlier today. Sayori? Tell Monica I wasn't feeling well, okay? I'll see you tomorrow. Before I can say anything else, Sayori cheerfully walks out of the classroom, humming to herself. So, no poem from Sayori today then, I guess? Let's talk to Yuri because we haven't spoken to her all day yet. Well done, Fuzzy. You've definitely improved your writing over the course of the last few days. Has my advice been helpful to you? Yeah, definitely. I'm glad. Sharing our writing like this, it's a lot more fun and rewarding than I anticipated. I need to remember to thank Monica. I think we all felt a little awkward at first, but now it seems like everyone is enjoying sharing their writing and seeing what others think. I guess I can't really disagree. I was afraid this whole thing would be a chore. But it's a great way for me to spend some personal time with all the girls in the club. But it's been fun getting to know everyone and their writing. And I guess I'm doing some writing myself. Well, have you learned anything about yourself, Fuzzy? Well, you know how I like to say that writing is a very personal way to get in touch with yourself? In the end, it doesn't matter if you're a good writer or a bad writer. And even my opinions are just opinions, you know? As always, I believe what's most important is exploring and discovering yourself. That's comforting. I'm kind of afraid of disappointing you in some way or another. Why me? Well, you're always sophisticated with your writing and have the most advice to share. Is that so? Yari thinks for a good minute. That must be terrible. For me to have become someone whose opinions is fearsome. How unlikable of me. Yari, it's not as bad as you make it sound in your head. I just meant that I respect your opinion. Oh, I see. I'm sorry that I always overthink and come to those sort of conclusions. I'm just a little too used to it. Overthinking? Being disliked? Yari? What am I saying? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bring it up. Let's move on. Alright. Do you want to share your poem now? Okay, here. Beach. A marvel millions of years in the making. Where the womb of the earth chaotically meets the surface. Under a clear blue sky, an expanse of bliss. But beneath grey rolling clouds, an endless enigma. The easiest world to get lost in is one where everything can be found. One can only build a sandcastle where the sand is wet. But where the sand is wet, the tide comes. Will it gently lick at your foundations until you give in? Or will a sudden wave send you crashing down in the blink of an eye? Either way, the outcome is the same. Yet we still build sandcastles. I stand where the foam wraps around my ankles. Where my toes squish into the sand. The salty air is therapeutic. The breeze is gentle, yet powerful. I sink my toes into the ultimate boundary line. Tempted by the foamy tendrils. Turn back and I abandon my peace to erode at the shore. Drift forward and I return to earth forevermore. By the way, if you take that wet sand and put it a little bit further up the shore, you can still make a sandcastle that doesn't collapse from the waves. I've learned this when I lived in near a beach when I was a kid. I'm aware that the beach is kind of an inane thing to write about. But I did my best to take a metaphorical approach to it. You say that like you didn't even want to write about it. Oh, you haven't heard? After yesterday, Natsuki and I, it was amusing that we wrote about something similar in such a different way. So Natsuki wanted us to write about the same topic as each other again. I suppose to better compare the differences in our writing style. Or thought process. Anyway, it was her idea. Knowing her, it's no surprise that she wanted to do something like that. She probably just wants to show off. It's not like I have a particular interest in her writing style. I just went with her request. But, well, I suppose it's not so bad to write about something simple on occasion. It can be refreshing, you know? It's good for me to calm my thoughts once in a while. Yeah, I think I agree. Thanks for sharing. And now Natsuki, because I'm curious about that beach thing. They all started their sentence today with triple dots. Why? Natsuki reads my poem. She keeps glancing at me, then back at the poem. By now she must have read it more than once. Is it that bad? No, it's not. It's good. It's really good, okay? There, I said it. This was wasn't supposed to happen at all. Why can't you just be bad at this? My poems are supposed to impress you, not the other way around. You're trying to impress me? Obviously. You think I'd let you enjoy Yori's writing more than mine? Give me a break. Well, in that case, what's the problem with me trying to impress you? I'll tell you, Natsuki's face freezes. Like she just realized something. Or like Windows crashing. You're trying to impress me? Natsuki vigorously scans her eyes over the poem one more time. Then the poem slips out of her hand and flutters to the floor. I have to use the bathroom. Red-faced Natsuki quickly walks out the room. Hey, Fuzzy. Did you do something to Natsuki? Just saw her rush out like that. You didn't do anything terrible, did you? No, just told her that. My voice gets caught in my throat. There's no way I can tell Monica, and I'm trying to impress Natsuki. Hmm? Monica sees the poem laying on the floor and swiftly picks it up. She reads through it, her smile not fading from her face. I see. You wrote this for Natsuki, didn't you? I mean, not really. In fact, didn't she like your poem a lot the other day too? I'm surprised you know her taste so well already. Are you sure you're not cheating, Fuzzy? Cheating? What do you mean by that? Never mind, I'm just kidding. I didn't understand Monika's joke at all. Anyway, how do you think Natsuki feels about you? Oh, you don't have to answer that. It's just something for you to think about. Hey! Natsuki comes up and snatches the poem out of Monika's hand. Neither of us had noticed her re-entering the classroom. Did you read this, Monika? Of course. I like it. You should really stop reading things that aren't for you, you know? You have a bad habit of doing that. But Fuzzy wrote this poem. And we're supposed to share it with everyone, right? I'm guessing we hit a lot of Natsuki triggers, yeah. Unless you guys had a conspiracy and picked specific words. But I think enough of the voting chaos prevented that from happening. Natsuki freezes. She apparently forgot my poem is technically for everyone to read. Okay, well, I think Fuzzy is done sharing this poem with everyone. It's not like anyone would want to read this anyway. In fact, I'm just going to hold on to this. If you insist. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Like what? Never mind. Well, I guess Natsuki has my poem now. Not that I really planned on keeping it. Anyway, read my poem now. And no, I won't let you keep it. This is my only copy. I'll be your beach. I'm very happy that I pronounced that correctly. Your mind is so full of troubles and fears that diminishes your wonder over the years. But today I have a special place, a beach for us to go. A shore reaching beyond your sight, a sea that sparkles with brilliant light. The walls in your mind will melt away before the sunny glow. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way you thought had left you long ago. Let's bury your heavy thoughts in a pile of sand. Bathe in sunbeams and hold my hand. Wash your insecurities in the salty sea and let me see you shine. Let's leave your memories in a footprint trail. Set you free in my windy sail. And remember the reasons you're beautiful and wonderful when you press your lips to mine. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way you thought had left you long ago. But if you let me by your side, your own beach, your own escape, you'll learn to love yourself again. That's not too bad. Yeah. I felt like I kept writing about negative things, so I wanted to write something with a nice message for once. 5 out of 7? Is that your rating, Tinus?
Hello?
Besides, the beach is awesome. Kinda hard to write anything negative about the beach. Well, Yari's take on it was a little more sullen. Well, that's... Geez, she's better not have said anything bad about mine. After all, she was the one who wanted us to write about the same topic. Was she? You really can't see her doing that too. You can really see her doing that too. Making us write about a simple topic and trying to impress me by coming up with something all fancy. Well, it's not like I care. I just did it anyway. I mean, I guess mine ended up being kind of metaphorical too. But there's nothing wrong with doing that once in a while. At the very least, it is a good practice. If you say so. Monica. Hi, Fuzzy. Have you thought about what you want to submit for the poem to perform at the festival? Well, being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people, I have to give it some more thought. Okay, no pressure. But whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great. Always the positive one, Monica. It would make me happy to see. Anyway, I already read your poem, but you can go ahead and read mine now. The Lady Who Knows Everything. An old tale tells of a lady who wanders Earth. The lady who knows everything. A beautiful lady who has found every answer, all meaning, all purpose, and all that was ever sought. And here I am, a feather. Lost adrift, hey Rob, the sky, a victim of the current of the wind. Day after day I search. I search with little hope, knowing legends don't exist. But when all else has failed me, when all others have turned away, the legend is all that remains. The last dim star glimmering in the twilit sky. Until one day, the wind ceases to blow, I fall. And I fall and fall and fall evermore, gentle as a feather. A dry quill, expressionless. But a hand catches me between the thumb and forefinger. The hand of a beautiful lady. I look at her eyes and find no end to her gaze. The lady who knows everything knows what I am thinking. Before I speak, she responds in a hollow voice. I have found every answer, all of which amounts to nothing. There is no meaning, there is no purpose, and we seek only the impossible. I am not your legend does not exist. And with a breath, she blows me back afloat, and I pick up a gust of wind. You know, I feel like learning and looking for answers are sort of the things... Yeah, that was a bit of a mind blow poem actually. That fits well. Sort of thing that gives you life meaning. Not to get too philosophical or anything, but it was kind of my mind, so that's what I wrote about. I see. Never really put much thought into it. In a way, it's almost paradoxical. Because if we all had the answers, if we had all the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning? You know, there's one thing I noticed. It seems like everyone in the club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy. Aha, are you surprised? I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't really have anything to write about, would we? Actually, yes. Do you? Humans are two-dimensional creatures. I think you'd know that better than anyone. You mean one-dimensional? Oh yeah, that. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Are you ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid it's not that good?
Not staying, just couldn't think of anyone more worthy to give my prime sub to.
Thank you. I hope you're doing well, freak. And thank you for stopping by. Also, thank you for the 4 months. And thank you for the Prime sub. Not too bad. That's good to hear. Oh crap. I clicked. I already read it. Are you ever too shy to share your writing with anyone because you're too afraid it's not that good? It can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response to something you put so much into.
Woo?
But if you find other people who enjoy writing, then sharing becomes a lot easier. I'll be fair, I did do a lot of writing when I was a lot younger. Poetry as well as trying to write short stories. And yeah, it's really kick-ass when people like it, and it really motivates you to keep going. But then, if you write something that suddenly...
Who wants to hear Eurovision song?
I think that actually sums it up quite well. If you suddenly make something else and you show it to the same people, they can be a little bit rude or crass because suddenly you made something that was not something they expected from previous works. So it's really hard to keep that motivation going when people criticize your work. I can't say it, because if I say it, it will put it in the queue, even though that Spotify is not on right now. So that will. I'm not sure if it will break the system. By the way, you need that song. Tell you what. Actually, I'm not sure if I open Spotify now if it will break the stream, because I don't know if it will drag too much processing power. I literally can't. I was thinking to do it during the ad break. Disco at the end of the stream. Oh, I just noticed. Spotify is actually not on the audio list either, because I specifically built this thing so it would have the audio from the bot and the game. I'm sorry. Take it at end of stream. I can do it at end of stream.
Woo.
Yeah, we can do it end of stream. We'll close off with I can fiddle with some stuff during break. Hey Ramos. Right. Because instead of telling you that your writing is good or okay or bad, they'll want to focus more on everything that went into it and the things you can work on. It's much more encouraging that way, and it'll make you want to continue improving. It's almost like having your own little literature club, don't you think? That's my advice for today. Don't we actually have our own little literature club anyway? I mean, I don't want to sound schizophrenic, but thanks for listening. Okay, you three. We're all done sharing poems, right? Why don't we start to figure out... Hold on a second. Is it just me, or did you say something strange just now? Huh? Something did sound a bit unusual. That's right. You deviated from the usual catchphrase when addressing the club. Catchphrase? I don't have a catchphrase. Jeez. Why is the mood so weird today? Look, even Yari isn't immune to it. Stagnating air is common foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen. In your books, maybe. Look, the only thing different is that Sayori isn't here. Ah. Seems you're right. Ah. Sayori always helps lighten the mood a bit, doesn't she? It's like everyone's balance is thrown off a little when she's not around. Where the heck did she run off to anyway? I thought she just went to pee. Natsuki, please show some decency. Oh, come on. She actually wasn't feeling too well, so she went home early. Is that so? I hope she's alright. Seriously? Of all the times to not go home with her, you pick the time she's not feeling well. Natsuki has a point there. Which also, I'm surprised they didn't pick up that there's probably something else going on if this was her reason to leave. So much for you to be to being all lovey-dovey. Oh no. First of all, stop misunderstanding my friendship with Shiori. And second, she's been kind of avoiding me all day, so I didn't want to force it. Oh. That curious expression coming from Yuri of all people. Calm down, guys. I talked to her earlier, and everything is fine. What did she say? Anyway, we need to figure out the rest of the festival preparations, so let's decide on what everyone will be doing this weekend. I already know what I'm doing. That's right. Natsuki will make cupcakes. Ah, cool. We're gonna get more cool cupcakes. But we might need a lot of them, and different flavors. Can you handle that all by yourself, Natsuki? Challenge accepted. It's gonna be legendary. And as for myself, I'm going to be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Sayori will help me design them. And as for Yuri, Yuri can, guys, can you come up with something for Yuri? I'm useless. No, that's not it at all. You're the most talented person here, you know? What's Natsuki pointing on? Jeez, even I can tell now. I never gave Sayuri enough credit, but I can tell things are a lot even harder on you when she's not around. Ah, that may be the case. But if I can also be a leader on my own, then I won't grow as a person. So Yuri, you have beautiful handwriting, you know? So you should make some banners and decorations to help set the atmosphere. Atmosphere? About that, I love atmosphere. Yuri's expression suddenly changes as she stares at the desk in focus and starts nodding to herself. Your mind is already racing, isn't it? I can see it. That's great. You'll be a wonderful help, Yuri. But anyways, that just leaves you, Fuzzy. The one who is truly useless. I'm glad I say that about myself. Don't say that. In fact, both Natsuki and Yuri have some pretty heavy tasks to handle. It would probably go a long way to give one of them a hand. You can always help me out as well. I would really appreciate that. Ah, that's... Is Monica suggesting I spent the weekend with one of the club members? How on earth are they going to respond if I should just... I'm to a suggestion like that? I suppose I wouldn't mind a bit of help. Well, even if you don't know how to bake, there's always some dirty work I could give you. It's not like Monica is going to give me a choice, and you shouldn't sit on your butt either. Natsuki tries to mumble a bunch of excuses like that. If I recall, Natsuki, you mentioned that you would like to handle the baking on your own. Fuzzy may not like being around you, if you only make him out to be a nuisance. So therefore, he may be more suited to assisting with the decorations. Hold on, I never said that. How hard could it be to make a few decorations anyway? Sounds more like you're making an excuse for Fuzzy to... What are you saying? It will be extremely meticulous work. And baking isn't? I can tell you, since we bought a new oven, baking is very meticulous. And what a punishment it is to have to eat 3 cakes in almost the span of 1.5 weeks. Terrible. Terrible, terrible time. Just what do you think? Guys, let's settle down for a moment. In the end, I think it's up to Fuzzy to decide who we'd like to contribute. Besides, he hasn't really gotten the chance to spend any time with me yet, you know? So I'm sure he's interested in... You literally just said. I'm surprised as well. Sorry. I was just saying though. Jeez. Can we just settle this already? Yeah. Fuzzy, you're okay with this, right? In the end, it's up to you. Of course. Very well. In that case, everyone looks straight at me. But of course, I'm going to go with... Okay, this one's on you guys. So, who we spend weekend with? Natsuki, Yuri, Monika, Sayori. And I'm gonna say, please pick Sayori, but it's all up to you guys. 1 minute to vote. Poll coming up right now. Let's see how we're doing. I mean, in my opinion, Sayori was feeling bad, and I feel that she could use a little bit of a friend to be there for her. All the other three, we don't really know them besides from the club. So that's my opinion. You guys seem to have poetried your way into Natsuki, so... Combustier make a very compelling point. And we're actually gonna follow up on that. So this is our second decision point. Where we're like, we might want to do this. So we're going with Shiori. Thank you for voting. I mean... If it's going to be anyone, then I'd prefer to helping Sayori. I mean, we're already neighbors and... But Monika said Sayori was helping her. Jeez. Do you really hate us that much? No. Sorry, I didn't mean for this to be difficult. Just think of the club, okay? Oh, right. Okay, so we're bringing it down to 3. So now it's just between Natsuki, Yuri, and Monika. Now I'm lost for thought, because I have no idea who we're gonna pick now. Considering the one person I thought would be a good idea to help. And then Monika could just do her own thing. Is now off the list. Are we gonna end up helping Monika so we still end up spending time with Sayori? Or is it gonna be one of the other ones? Oh, don't leave it at a 50-50 split, guys. Come on. Don't make me pick. Oh great, yes. Make it a 3-way split. That helps. Oh, you guys are making it hard. Oh, the last one in. Monika, 2 votes. Nice. Thank you. Here we go. So, Monika. Well, I guess you should probably help Monika. Hey, you picked me. Hold on a second. Yeah. Monika, you're the one who needs the least help of all of us. Hey, Blark Coaster. It's been a while since you've been around. I hope you're doing well. But I agree with Natsuki. Not only is your work already mostly suitable for one person, But you already have Sayori helping you as well. But Fuzzy had was the one who... that doesn't matter. You were the one who scared him into picking you in the first place. You're the club president, Monica. You're supposed to make responsible decisions for the club. Monica, you shouldn't let any ulterior motives interfere with your decisions. With this decision. Ulterior motives? What are you saying, Yari? In fact, it sounds like you guys are the ones with ulterior motives. Excuse me? Otherwise, this wouldn't have been made into such a big deal in the first place. It's completely false, Monica. Yeah. We have a lot of work to do, you know. We won't do as good of a job if you make us work alone. Ah, maybe that's true. Think of the club, Monica. If you want our events to succeed, then we need to appropriately distribute our resources. So, are you going to do the right thing, President? Okay. I get it. It's technically most logical for Fuzzy to help one of you two. So, I guess that's what we'll do. Who do you prefer, Fuzzy? Okay, final vote now. This is the one that's gonna do it probably. Who are we gonna go along with? So it's either Natsuki or Yari. And I'm gonna shut up now and let you just fight it out in the votes. I'll just talk to Blark Coaster for a bit.
Who wants to hear Eurovision song? Yeah, ding dong! Here we go!
Oh boy.
Ooh.
I mean, the votes are looking like we're going for Natsuki. If I have to say anything, she is the person that we share a common interest with, which is the mangas. So it does make sort of sense. Plus, she seems to have a big task cooking, so... Monica, best girl. We can't pick Monica anymore. There's nothing nicer than a little bit of a bathtub just before you sign your own misery. Natsuki won. Here we go. Well, baking sounds like it could be fun. And you guys made it sound like a lot of work. So I could probably use 2 people. Don't worry. Baking is a ton of fun. You'll definitely agree. Just a minute ago, you're saying that... That's because... Never mind, okay? Well, anyway. By the way, some things from chat I deliberately don't repeat, but you'll know when I react. We'll be fine by yourself, right, Yuri? Of course. I'm used to it, after all. That's good. Even though Yuri is melodramatic, it's a little hard not to feel bad. So, everything's right? Anything else we need to talk about? No, I think that's it. Are you guys excited? Yes! Everything except for the performance is gonna be awesome. I don't think like that really counts. What about you, Fuzzy? Me? I guess you could say I'm interested to see how it all turns out. That's good enough for me. What about you, Yuri? Yuri? She's still sulking. Natsuki pouting too? It's not... I mean, it's not a big deal or anything. Well, it might not be just that. I think Yari might be feeling a little underappreciated in general. Having to come up with something for her to do, and then nobody offering to help? That doesn't mean... Ugh. Natsuki glances back and forth between everyone with a worried expression. Look. Natsuki goes over and puts her hands down on Yuri's shoulders. Yuri? You really are the most talented one here. And you're going to help make the event a lot more fun and welcoming. I mean, the cupcakes will probably help a lot too. But you're gonna make the atmosphere special. That'll be really important for the way that people feel during the performance. So, you need to stop being dumb and give yourself a little bit more credit. This sentence, that's literally me every morning in the mirror, trying to pep myself up for work. Natsuki releases her hand and turns around to face the other direction. You didn't really mean that, did you? Not really, but Yari isn't the only one surprised. Monika and I are also taken back by Natsuki's words. Natsuki, of all people, to be saying such encouraging things. But I don't begin to understand. Natsuki was trying to sound more like Sayuri. Even if it doesn't work perfectly, I can tell that she tried to say something Sayuri would say at a time like this. Because Sayuri always helps everyone smile and feel good about themselves. I'm sorry for being dumb. I'm going to do my best. And all of us are going to make it a really great event. Yeah. I hope to see everyone do their best. With that, there's nothing more for today. So I guess it's time for us to head out. Okay, but I'm staying here for a bit longer. I barely got to do any reading today. So, fair enough. There's nothing wrong with that. Everyone packs up their things. I start to follow Monika and Yuri out the door as they chat between each other. Where are you going? We still need to figure out our plans for this weekend. You literally wouldn't have gotten home and realized that you didn't even have a way to contact me. Oh, that's true. I have no idea if that slipped my mind. Jeez, good thing I stopped you. I'm giving you a number, okay? You better not make it weird or anything. Why would I do that? Natsuki gave me her number. Okay. I'm coming over on Sunday. Are they coming baking on at my place? That sounds like a terrible idea. I'll bring all the ingredients. Wait, you're coming to my house? Well, yeah. What's wrong with that? I mean, I just figured that since I'm the one helping, I would be doing it at your house. Yeah, right. Like I could have a guy over at my place. But that would kill me. Really? That's kind of strict if you ask me. Yeah, how do you think I feel? I can't do anything while my dad is home. Anyway, I just need to complain for a second. We have each other's numbers now. That's all I need from you. I guess I'll text you when I'm coming over. Alright, that's fine by me. Yeah. I'm really gonna show you why I love baking so much. Is it because you get to lick the bowl after you've made the batter and because that's the part I like the most? So you better look forward to it. Okay. Didn't you say you were just gonna give me the dirty work? Well, I was just saying that. It's not like I could act like in front of everyone that I was looking forward to this. Wait, really? Well, kind of. Just because I never get to bake with someone else before? That's all it is. So, alright, I get it. Sorry for overreacting. Anyway, I'll be heading out now. See you on Sunday. Never mind. Can't believe this. Natsuki's going to be coming to my place on Sunday. Even though I would prefer it to do this with Sayori, my anxiety will shoot through the roof. I guess I got pretty used to handling her at this point. But who knows what might end up happening when we're outside of school. She's even told me she was looking forward to it. I shake my head. Why do I feel nervous? That Sayori finds out about this. It's not like we feel that way about each other. No, that's the problem, dude. You don't feel that way about her. She probably does feel like that about you. Besides, like Monica said, this is about the club. I have nothing to worry about. I can just go with it, and I'll have a good time. It's already Sunday. I've been getting increasingly anxious about Natsuki's coming over. I keep telling myself there's no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help much. I wonder if she'll act any different when it's just the two of us. Meanwhile, she's been texting me a lot. We sent each other one after exchanging numbers to double check, but it turned into a conversation. She's almost a different personality on my phone, using tons of emojis and cute language. She also really likes complaining about things. She's Dutch. But I know I saw that one coming. But putting Natsuki aside, I haven't heard a thing from Sayori since she left the club earlier the other day. It's not like we text each other all the time or anything, but I've been worried about her in the back of my mind. Between that, what Sayori said and what Monica said, is it really okay for me to put Sayori's feelings aside when she might need me? I decided to visit Sayori before Natsuki comes over.
Nice.
Exactly. Rather than asking, I simply tell her I'm coming over, much like I've done in the past. Once I reach Sayori's house, I knock on the door before entering it myself. Again, we used to play so often that we made it a habit of simply entering each other's house like we were family. The house is quiet. Sayori isn't anywhere on the first floor, so I assume she's up in her room. It's already strange of her not to run down to greet me. My heart is sinking right now because I have no idea what to expect next. I head up to her bedroom, where I finally find her. Sayori? Hi, Fuzzy. Ah, good. She's not dead. I sit down in her room. Sayori forces a smile, but it's easy to tell that she's different. There's a minute of silence between us. You haven't come over like this in a long time, have you? I guess you're right. It has been a long time. Not much has really changed, has it? Sayori's room is as messy as it always has been. I also recognize that some stuffed animals and wall decorations that she had for years now. If you come over more often, it wouldn't be such a mess. That's because I end up cleaning it for you. How come you suddenly wanted to come over today? Aren't you supposed to see Natsuki today? Yeah, but... Wait, how do you know that? Sayori had already left by the time we decided that last meeting. Monica told me. It's only natural for her to keep me informed about the festival preparations, right? Ah, that's right. But what about you? Aren't you going to help Monica today? Of course. But I'm just helping her online. We didn't plan to meet up or anything. Ah, so it's just me and Natsuki then. Yep. There's more silence between us. Sayori stares in a random direction. Everything about her behavior is really uncharacteristic. I finally get to the point. I just... wanted to see how you were doing. After you left Friday, when something's wrong, you can't hide it from me. I know you too well. So Sayori smiles and shakes her head. That's no good, Fuzzy. Why can't it just be like it's always been? This is all my fault. If I didn't get so weak and accidentally expressed my feelings, if I didn't make that stupid mistake, then we wouldn't have an ad break right now. Actually, I need to take a short piss, so I'll be right back.
Ooh woo.
Right, we're back. Just waiting a couple seconds more for everybody to be back from the commercials. 10 seconds. Not too long. There we go. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't really as much get from her vibes that she was telling her us about her feelings. So she's now telling us that she expressed how she feels about us. And I don't really feel that that's what she did, but I'm a dude. You'd have to write it out in triplet and sign it before I finally get a hint. So maybe that's the case in this case as well. Anyway, then you wouldn't have been so worried about me at all. You wouldn't have come here. You wouldn't have even been thinking about me right now. But this is just my punishment, isn't it? I see Raffle has the same issues. I'm getting punished for being so selfish. I think that's why the world decides to have you come over today. The world decide. Wait, did I read that correctly? I think that's why the world decided to have you. Okay, Gaia pushed me. It just wants to torture me. Sayori? I grabbed Sayori by the shoulder. What on earth are you saying? Are you listening to yourself right now? I know something happened to you. There's no other explanation for you to be like this. So tell me already. Until I know, I won't be able to stop thinking about you. About it. We friend sound ourselves. Oh god. Sayori gives me an empty smile. You really put me in this in a trap, Fuzzy. But you're wrong. Nothing happened to me. I've always been like this. You're just seeing it for the first time. Seeing what? What are you talking about, Sayori? You're really just going to make me say it, aren't you, Fuzzy? I guess I have no choice this time. The thing is, I've had a really bad depression my whole life. Ah. Did you know that? Why do you think I'm late at school every day? Because most days, I can't even find a reason to get out of bed. This is sounding awfully familiar. What reason is there to do anything when I fully know how worthless I am? Why to school? Why eat? Why make friends? Why make other people put their energy and caring to waste by having them spend it on me? That's what I feel like. And that's why I just want to make everyone happy. Without anyone ever worrying about me. I'm in shock. I can't even figure out how to respond. How is it possible that Sayori keeps this from me this entire time that I've known her? Did she really want so badly for me to just not think about her? Why, Sayori? Why is it that you never told me about this? It almost feels like I've been betrayed as your closest friend. Because if I knew, I would have done everything I could to support you. Even if there's only so much that I can do. I would have tried a little bit harder to make every day a little bit better for you. That's why I'm your friend. All you had to do was tell me. You don't understand at all, Fuzzy. Nope. Why do you think I didn't tell you? Because if I told you, then you would have to waste effort caring about me instead of doing important things. I don't want to be cared about. It's bittersweet when people try to care about me. It feels nice sometimes, but it also feels like a bet being swung against my head. That's why I wanted so badly for you to be friends with everyone else. Helping everyone be happy together is the best thing for me. But then I discovered something else too. Seeing you make friends and get closer with everyone in the club, it feels like a spear going through my heart. So that's why I decided the world just wanted to torture me. Every path leads to nothing but hurt. Why is she still fake laughing? You're right. That I don't understand. I don't understand your feelings at all, Sayori. But I don't need to understand. Whatever it takes for me to help you stop hurting, that's what I'll do. No, Fuzzy. There's nothing. Nothing at all. And the only thing that could have helped is if everything could be like this, like it always was. But I was selfish. I finally showed you what a horrible person I am. Tears streaked down Sayori's face. I made you join the literature club because I was selfish. And I was punished by my heart hurting in a way that I couldn't understand. And now you come here and I made you hurt too. I'm just weak and selfish. That's all I am. And that's why I'm going to accept these punishments. Because I deserved every last one. Without thinking, I once again grab Sayori's shoulders. This time, I pull her into a tight embrace. Ah, Fuzzy, Sayori. I don't care if you feel selfish. I'm really happy that you convinced me to join the club. Seeing you every day makes it worthwhile enough. If I make friends with everyone else, then that's just a bonus. But please, never underestimate how much I care about you. I wouldn't have it any other way. Fuzzy? Sayori isn't hugging me back. Despite my arms being wrapped around her, Sayori's arms remain at her side. She starts sobbing next to my ear. No! Don't do this to me. Please don't do this, Fuzzy. Sayori barely manages to speak between her sobs. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing. But all I want is for her to know that I care. If you have it in you to call yourself selfish, then you have to let me be selfish too. No matter what it takes, I'll figure out what needs to be changed. I'll make these feelings go away. And if there's anything that you need me to do, then you'd better tell me. I'll get mad if you don't. I don't know. Gently, Sayori finally puts her arms around me in return. I don't know anything. It's all really scary. I don't understand any of my feelings, Fuzzy. The only time I'm not feeling nothing is when I'm feeling pain. But your hugs are so warm, and that's really scary too. Sayori lets me go. As she does so, I let her go as well. The festival is tomorrow. Yeah. It's going to be fun, right? Yeah. How would you like for me to spend it all with you? It's what I want. I promise. I think that would be nice then. Yeah. Sayori wipes her eyes. If I could spend the whole day here, I would. Of all days, this has to be the one where I have to be other places. Maybe I should cancel. No, don't. Please don't. If you did that, then I really wouldn't forgive you. But it's almost time for Natsuki to meet me at my house. At the very least, do you want to come along and help us? It will be fun. To my surprise, Sayori shakes her head. I'm sorry. I don't know if that would be very good for me today. You understand, right? It's kind of hard for me to fully understand. But I'm trying my hardest. It's okay. Don't worry too much about it. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Yes, please. Alright. Looking forward to it. I say goodbye to Sayori and exit her house. On the way home, I find myself still feeling uneasy. But it's hard for me to keep thinking about it when Natsuki is about to come over too. I think that Sayori is right. I shouldn't be worried too much, and we're definitely going to have a great time tomorrow. I should just focus on what's ahead of me. I'll be honest, that hit home. Oh, hang on. I spent only a few minutes back at home, anxiously waiting for Natsuki's arrival. Before I know it, she texts me to let me know she's outside my front door. Without delay, I open the front door to let her in. What's up? Hey! I don't know what I was expecting, but seeing Natsuki in something other than her school uniform totally threw me off. Seeing her in such cute clothes make the uniform seem totally unfitting in comparison. Jeez, don't make it feel so awkward already. It's gonna be a long afternoon, so don't be weird just because you're not used to seeing me outside of school. Anyway, I'm coming in. I see you brought a lot of stuff. Natsuki is carrying a large bag that is probably full of baking supplies. Well, I didn't want to come all this way and find out your kitchen isn't equipped for the job. You bought everything I asked you to, right? Yeah, I did. Yesterday, Natsuki asked me to buy a bunch of ingredients if I didn't already have them at the house. Good. Glad I could count on you to do your part. Well, of course. I'm surprised to hear Natsuki suddenly say that, rather than something snarky like she usually does. Could it be that she's a little different outside of school after all? Anyway, let's get to the kitchen. What? You're not even gonna offer to take this heavy bag from me? Where's your hospitality, Fuzzy? Come on. Since when did I need to be a gentleman? I grabbed the bag Natsuki's holding out to me. Good. This is ridiculously heavy. I carried it all the way here. Are you impressed? I see now. Yeah, I am impressed, Natsuki. It seems like I always underestimated you. It's because I'm so small, isn't it? You jerk. Natsuki hits a fist on into my chest. Abuse, second time from her. Hey, your size has nothing to do with it. Do you really hate being small that much? It's not like I hate it. I mean, sometimes I like proving people wrong when they only think I'm worth my size. It's fun when I get to be small and also better than other people. Abuse zones. But, geez, never mind. What are you making me say? Don't think you can make me talk about weird things just because you're not at school. Are we getting started or what? There's a lot of stuff that I gotta teach you. Haha. What? That's a little bit more like you. You're more fun when you just speak your mind like that. Hey! Now you are treating me like a child. I was just trying to be a little nicer to you, you know? And just because I don't have a mature and sexy figure like Yuri doesn't mean you should treat me like... Natsuki catches her words, and her face turns red. Natsuki? Forget it. I didn't say anything. I should apologize. I appreciate that you're trying to be nicer. Should have been a little bit more considerate too. But also, if that's what you think, that you should know that there's a ton of guys who are into body types like yours. How would you know that anyway? Just trust me on this one. Gross. So much emotional baggage. I have the feeling that it's because of her stature. Because she's short, she has always been fighting to look older than she really is. So, it makes sense that she behaves like that. Hey, was that to me? Who else? Man, let's just get started already. You get all sour when a girl calls you gross. I finally found your weakness, Fuzzy. Natsuki smiles deviously. Please spare me. Well, if Natsuki decides to dish out more insults like that, there's no way I'm not fighting back. But she's satisfied enough for now, finally starting to pull things out of her bag, so we can get started. Grabs a knife. Before long, the whole kitchen is a mess. Spoons, dirty bowls, flour, spilled fluid, and plastic bags are strewn about every countertop. The mixer isn't big enough to make all the batter at once, so I have to do it in several times. Meanwhile, Natsuki is babysitting all of my movements to make sure I don't mess up her precious baking. Fuzzy, where did you put the food coloring? The batter's going in the oven soon, so I need to fill the trays. I think it's still in the bag next to the table. What are you using it for? To color the batter, of course. Her soul is closer to hell because she's sure. God. I'm making each tray a different color. That way, even if the flavors aren't different, everyone can still pick their favorite. That's a cute idea. Are you doing anything like that with the icing? What do you mean? Do you want to? Are you asking me? I don't really have a preference, so come on. You're not putting any heart into this at all. Can't you at least try to have fun? I'm having fun. I'm not really sure what Natsuki is trying to get out of me. Meanwhile, I see her separate the batter into smaller bowls and put a few drops of food coloring in each. Ah, that does look pretty cool. See? It's not like baking is just about following instructions. The presentation is where you get to be creative. And loving it. It's a million times more worth it, in the end, if just looking at it makes everyone's eyes light up. Like the ones you made for the first day of school, huh? I recall Natsuki proudly presenting her cat-shaped cupcakes to Sayori and Monika's delighted expression. And if I can make Natsuki proud like that too? Yeah. Maybe I will use the food coloring then. Sounds like you're starting to understand. Just make sure you completely finish mixing the icing before you mess with the food coloring. Yeah, it's getting there. We are using an electric mixer for the batter, so I get stuck with a whisk and a huge bowl for the icing. The icing is still all lumpy. Are you even trying? Well, yeah. It just takes a little longer. Jeez, I'll be here all night if you do it like that. Here, look. Natsuki grasps the whisk from me and uses her other hand to tilt the bowl back. You really need to beat the crap out of it. After a few seconds, the consistency of the icing has already improved. See? As if to emphasize, Natsuki sticks her finger in the icing and pops it in her mouth. I reluctantly start to do the same. Hey! Natsuki suddenly grabs my wrist. I don't want your gross fingers in my icing. Your icing, eh? Are you forgetting who did all the work? I start to fight back, trying to inch my finger towards the ball. Don't make me beat the crap out of you next. I'd like to see it try. I push harder, just enough for my finger to reach the icing. I triumphantly scoop some with my finger, just as Natsuki tugs with all her might. Ah! The force of Natsuki pulling me causes me to stumble, making her stumble in turn. Gross! You got it on my face. Whose fault is that? There's a big glob of icing on Natsuki's cheek. She tries to reach it with her tongue, but it's too far away. Jeez. You know what? Take this. Natsuki instead wipes it off with her finger before shoving her finger towards my own face. You wish. I'm faster. I grab her wrist and with my hand before it reaches my face. Natsuki tries to use her other hand to fight back, but I grab that one as well. Right. Ah, stop. Not until you apologize for calling me gross. Fine, fine. I'm sorry for calling you gross. You know, I don't mean it. It's just fun seeing your reaction to it. You do that to me all the time, you know? Saying dumb things just to get a reaction out of me. You really shouldn't tease girls like that. Is that so? In that case, I probably shouldn't do this either. I take Natsuki's finger and put it in my mouth, licking off the icing. What? Did you seriously just... Natsuki is so surprised that she can't figure out how to get mad at me. Her face is entirely red. Fuzzy, you really shouldn't do that kind of thing to girls, unless you really like them. You know? You know that, right? No, I'm an idiot. What kind of question is she asking me? Just like that. How did the mood turn into this so quickly? Natsuki gazes at me silently. I noticed her swallowed breath. Shallow breaths. Why am I starting to feel dizzy? High blood sugar. Out of nowhere, the fire alarm goes off. Natsuki rushes over to the oven. Something burning? I thought you didn't put the cupcakes in yet. No wonder. I left a dirty tray in here, dummy. How could you make a mistake like that? Should have checked before you turned on the oven. Don't blame me for your mistakes. Jeez. Natsuki uses the oven mitt to grab the blackened tray out of the oven and sets it on top of the stove. In another moment, the fire alarm stops. Anyway, I'm putting them in the oven now. Yeah, the tension from the moment before still lingers over our heads, but the moment has already been lost. I watch as Natsuki slides the cupcake tray into the oven. Good job. Then I reluctantly pick up the whisk and continue with the icing like nothing ever happened. Ah, that smells so good. The cupcakes are ready to be pulled out of the oven. As soon as Natsuki opens the oven door, a blast of sweet-smelling air, warm air fills the room. Look at how cute they look. She proudly shows off different colored cupcakes in each tray. They'll look even better when I add the icing. Not like you need to tell me that. I bought decorative stuff, so I hope you can get creative. Here, scoop the icing into a bag. Into these bags. Natsuki hands me a plastic bag. I have these nozzles that will make it look nice and fluffy. This one can even make flowers. We probably won't be using it this time though. What? What's this one for? I pick up one of the nozzles and has a much thinner tip than the other ones. That one's really thin, so you can use it to make stripes or other patterns. But you can also use it to write stuff on the cupcakes, like happy birthday or whatever. Ah, I see. That gives me an idea actually. Huh? Well, it's a literature event, right? We could make it more literature themed by writing a different word on each of the cupcakes. It would be fun to see people choose the cupcake based on the word they like. Ooh. I was kind of expecting you to say something really stupid. But that's actually a really cute idea. So, maybe I'm getting it for you. From you then. What's that supposed to mean? I'm not cute. Come on. We're not at school, nobody's judging. You can't dress and act like this and expect me to think you're cute. And not expect me to think you're cute. Well, Natsuki's voice trails off. Same with you. Did you say something? No, nothing. Let's just do the icing. Natsuki picks up the paste and fastens the nozzle onto each of the bags. There's a lot to do, so we shouldn't be wasting time. Here, I'll show you how to do it. Without giving me a chance to think about before, Natsuki quickly moves on. She shows me how to apply the icing, and then we each get to work. When we're finally finished, Natsuki puts them all side by side to admire our work. Look at how pretty they are together. Yeah, they are, aren't they? I wish I could have one now. Well, there's no reason you can't, right? I don't see any harm in that. Oh yeah, but my dad's making dinner tonight, so I really need to save my appetite. Aha! So you're the exact opposite in that regard. If she was here, she'd probably down 10 cupcakes already. And she would still eat dinner. Come on, that's just unhealthy. Besides, when my dad cooks, I need to eat as much of it as I can. Well, anyway, I was hoping we would have time for manga. but I need to get home for dinner. Oh, already? That's a shame. It's your fault for working so slowly. You should have thought about that. It's not like you always have this chance. Man. As usual, Natsuki places the blame on me. You can bring the cupcakes tomorrow, right? If you and Shiori can carry some, then you could probably do it in one trip. Yeah, I can do that. Don't worry, I won't let her eat any. I wish you could listen to me the way she listens to you. Yeah. I think back at the conversation I had with Sayori earlier today. I felt so helpless. Sayori always does listen to me, but at that point, it felt like she couldn't listen to me at all. Okay, I'm all packed up. Good work today. You too. I'll walk you out, I guess. Just like that, Natsuki is already about to leave. I feel like the afternoon went by in a flash.
Woo.
More than that, did I even take the opportunity to get closer to her like I wanted?
This is my boomstick!
Well, I guess I'll be off then. Thanks for the help and everything. I'll see you tomorrow. Wait, Natsuki. What you said before, about not always having this chance, it doesn't have to be that way at all. I had fun today. You showed me how fun baking can be, like you wanted. But aside from that, you can come over anytime, okay? I think that if possible, I'd like to spend more time with like this. If you want to read manga or go out somewhere, do you really mean that? Natsuki looks at me tensely, like she's trying to hide her expression. Yeah. I want to spend more time with you. Fuzzy, I thought you only cared about getting this done. I'm sorry I have to leave so early today. I really don't want to. I would really stay here longer if I could. I feel the same way as you though, so... Natsuki suddenly gets closer to me. Very close, to be honest. The game is much longer than you thought. Wait, Natsuki. Standing inches from me, Natsuki looks up at me. I feel her fingers gently clutch at the sides of my shirt, as if holding on to me. Her rose-colored cheeks and matching eyes fills my vision, along with her slightly parted lips. What's happening? My head starts to go dizzy, as I feel her soft breaths against me. I felt it, for a while now. Natsuki suddenly jumps back. Sayori? Hi Fuzzy. Sayori. Just now we weren't... It's okay, Fuzzy. I just stopped by to say hi. Well, you should have come a little bit earlier. I'm already on my way out, so... Oh, really? That's too bad. Yeah, well, I'll still see you at the festival tomorrow, so it's fine. Just don't eat any cupcakes before then. Anyway, later. Clearly flustered, Natsuki hurries off and Sayori waves goodbye. Sayori, I thought you didn't want to come over today. Well, I tried staying in my room, but my imagination was being really mean to me. So I had to come over here and see it for myself. See what? What are you talking about? You know, how much fun you were having with Natsuki, and how close you got to her. It makes me really happy. I see some things that I'm wondering if that's happiness or something else. That we've made such good friends. It's all that matters to me. Tears start to fall down Sayori's face. It's all that matters to me. Why am I feeling this way, Fuzzy? I'm supposed to be happy for you. Why doesn't it feel like my heart is splitting in half? It hurts so much. Everything hurts so much. This would be so much better if I could just disappear. No. Sayori, don't say that. It's true, Fuzzy. If I weren't here, then you wouldn't be you wouldn't have to waste your sympathy on me. You wouldn't have to put up with me being selfish. Monica was right. I should just... Monica? Monica's alright about what? Sayori, what I said before is true. I'm not going to let this continue. Caring about you like this isn't a burden your mind is making it out to be. It's something that happened. It's something that makes me happy. It's something that I wouldn't trade for anything else. So even if it takes an entire lifetime, I'm going to be by your side until you don't feel any more pain. But Sayori looks away. I put my hand on her shoulder and reassure her. I'm scared, Fuzzy. I'm really scared. What are you scared of, Sayori? I'm scared that I might like you more than you like me. Sayori? Is that true? Isn't it? I was weak and started to like you too much. I did this to myself. Fuzzy? I like you so much that I want to die. Don't do that. That's how I feel. And that's enough, Sayori. I don't want you to hurt anymore. I slide my hand down Sayori's arm and squeeze her hand in my own. Do you remember how I said I always want the best for you? Do you still believe me? Wordless, Sayori nods. Even if you don't understand all of your own feelings, I know what you need the most right now. And that's what I'm going to give you. Oh God. Well, this is gonna be a hard one, but I'm gonna blame you guys for it. Here you go. Love or friendship? Oh, there's actually some battling going on. Love is at 19, friendship 14. Love is still winning, slightly above. It's very close. 50-50. Oh God, friendship is winning now. 50-50 again. Now it's a matter to see who can click the fastest. Actually, love is winning now. 60%. 61%. It actually tells me Everald contributed 1600 channel points for that one. Hi Everald. Thank you. Okay, so we are displaying our everlasting love for her. However, not the right time. However, now comes the question. If... Good point, Raffle.
This is my boomstick!
Here's the thing. Will she interpret I love you as in I love you as a friend? Or will she interpret it as actual love? I love you. Those are my true feelings. Everald. Oh my God. So there's no way you could like me more than I like you. Should have realized it sooner. Spending time with everyone at the club, making new friends, and having fun with you every day, it helped me realize that you are truly the most important person to me. That's why I accept any of your burdens. As long as we continue like this every day, with you by my side, then I know we'll both be happy.
Ooh woo.
Fuzzy. Suddenly, Shiori wraps her arms tightly around me. Fuzzy, is this really okay? Yeah. I hold Shiori in my arms and pull her close. You'll never have to let go of me again. I love you, Fuzzy. I want to be with you forever. Me too. I want to be with me forever too. Sayori. Oh, thank you for the follow there. I do have to warn you, Monica. This is not my regular thing. I do also do art, and I also stream other stuff. But thank you for the follow. I hope you like it. I feel Shiori's grip around me, waking up it a little bit. Weaken a little bit. What is this? Sayori?
You're all going to die down here.
I'm supposed to be happy right now. I always thought this would be the happiest moment for me. Oh god. But why? Even now. Why won't the rain clouds go away? This is a problem that actual manic depressive people have, is that nothing can fix the problems that you have except yourself. And yourself is battling the hardest against you to actually keep everything nice and miserable the way it is. Anyway, why won't the rain clouds go away? They're not going away at all, Fuzzy. It's okay, Sayori. It might take some time for things to get better again. But no matter how long this noodles on the stream it takes, it'll be there every step of, I'll be there every step of the way. That's all that matters right now. Oh, okay. I must say though, there is such a thing as relief after a while when you find the right person to share your life with and to share your problems with. But yeah, it's not a permanent solution. There's always your own shit that you need to deal with first. I trust you. Shiori and I slowly release each other. So, I guess that makes the festival tomorrow our first date, huh? What are you saying? I don't want to think about those things, you know? I want everything to be the same as it always has been. Even if we really are a couple. I don't know if I could handle anything more than right now. It's really new and scary to me. I understand. We'll go at whatever pace suits you best. Hey, Fuzzy? Sayori gazes at me once again, smiling sadly. Even if I get really, really sad, this is the best thing for me, right? I don't really understand what Sayori means by that. Are you saying that this is making you feel sad, Sayori? I don't know. I don't understand what I'm feeling. It felt like a bunch of thorns when you told me that you love me. But that's why I want to trust you. You know what's best for me. No, he doesn't. Yeah. I do. That's my promise. Oh god, that's terrible. I say that, but in reality, I never felt more uncertain when it comes to Shiori. Yeah, you really made a bit of a mess here. I know that I love her, and she loves me. But I'm having so much trouble understanding Shiori's feelings as she is. Even though I can comfort her, I keep wondering if I should be doing something more, or something different. I know these thoughts will continue to plague me until things are back to the way they are. Is that what Shiori meant by not wanting anything to change? I don't know. But I know that I'll give it everything I've got. Sayori is the most important person to me, and I'll do whatever it takes to have a happy future with her. But at least he's dedicated. He might be a bit of a numbskull, but at least he's dedicated to something that he commits to. It's the day of the festival. Of all days, I expect this to be the one where I'd be walking to school with Sayori. But Sayori isn't answering her phone. I considered going to her house and waking her up, but decided it's a little too much. Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should be nearly complete. I managed to carry all the cupcakes by myself by carefully stacking 2 trays. Natsuki is already texting up a storm, but I can't respond, thanks to my hands being full. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over so I can spend time with Sayori and Natsuki at the festival. But knowing Monica, I'm sure the event will be great too. This is gonna be great, isn't it? Fuzzy, you're the first one here. Thanks for being early. First day you forgot Sayori. Yeah, well, busy cupcakes carrying stuff. That's funny. I thought at least Yuri would be here by now. Monica is placing little booklets on each of the desks in the school classroom. They must be the ones she prepared that have all the poems for performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monica would like and submitted it. So that's the one I'll be performing. I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayori with you. She overslept again. That dummy. You'd think that on days this important she'd try a little harder. I say that, but suddenly remember that Sayori told me yesterday. And suddenly feel awful, knowing it's not nearly as simple for her. I only said it because it's the way that I'm used to thinking. But maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all? You should take a little responsibility for her, Fuzzy. I mean, especially after her exchange with your exchange with her yesterday. You kind of left her hanging this morning, you know? Exchange? Monica, you know about that? Of course I do. I'm the club president, after all. But, I stammer embarrassed. Did Sayori really tell her about it that quickly? That we're a couple now? I didn't realize. I didn't really plan on bringing it up with anyone yet. Jeez. You don't know the full story at all, so don't worry. I probably know a lot more than you think. Monica was being friendly as usual, but for some reason I felt a chill down my spine after hearing that. Hey, do you want to check out the pamphlets? They came out really nice. Yeah, sure. I grabbed one of the pamphlets laid out on the desk. Oh yeah, they really did. Something like this will definitely help people take the club more seriously. You're off to bed, Tinus. Also, Raffle, I hope you guys sleep well. Nothing nightmarish happened yet. I'm actually, I need to look at Combustor for a second because he probably can tell me how much more there is to this. If it's not much, then I want to actually press it on till the end of the evening and see if we can finish this one. Lots more? Oh boy. One more session? Okay. We'll wrap up this conversation with Monica, and then we'll We'll do the next one. We'll continue after that next time. You'll dream about cupcakes. Yeah, the morning at least. Definitely. Yeah, I thought so too. I flipped through the pages. Each member's poem is neatly printed on its own page, giving it an almost professional feeling. I recognize Natsuki and Yuri's poem from the ones they performed during our practice. What's this? An angelic voice coming through my ears. I flipped through Sayori's poem. It's different from the one she had practiced. It's one that I haven't read before. Get out of my head, get out of my head, get out of my head, get out of my head. Get out of my head before I do what I know is best for you. Get out of my head before I listen to everything she says to me. Get out of my head before I show you how much I love you. Get out of my head before I finish writing this poem. But a poem is never actually finished. It just stops moving. Ah, what is this? Reading the poem, I get a pit in my stomach. Fuzzy, what's wrong? Nothing. This poem feels completely different from everything else Sayori's written. But more than that, I changed my mind. I'm going to get Sayori, so... Well, alright. Try not to take too long, okay? I quickly leave the classroom. Don't strain yourself, Monica calls out after me. I quicken the pace. What was I thinking? I should have tried a little bit harder for Sayori. It's not a big deal to at least wait for her or help her wake up. Even the simplest gesture of walking her to stool makes her really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday that things will be the same as they always have been. That's all she needs, and what I want to give her. I reach Sayori's house and knock on the door. I don't expect an answer, since she's not picking up her phone either. Like yesterday, I open the door and let myself in. This is gonna be very, very bad, isn't it? Sayori, she really is a heavy sleeper. I swallow. I can't believe I end up doing this after all. Waking her up in her own house. That really is something that a boyfriend would do, isn't it? In any case, feels just right. Outside Sayori's room, I knock on her door. Sayori? Wake up, dummy. There's no response. I really didn't want to have to enter her room like this. Isn't it kind of a breach of privacy? But she really leaves me no choice. I gently open the door. Yeah, that was what I expected. What? What the hell? What the hell? Is this a nightmare? It has to be. This isn't real. There's no way this can be real. Sorry, I wouldn't do this. Everything was normal up until a few days ago. That's why I can't believe my eyes are showing me. I suppressed the urge to vomit. Just yesterday, I told Sayori I would be there for her. Yeah. I told her I knew what's best, and that everything will be okay. Then why? Why would she do this? How could I be so helpless? What did I do wrong? That is a very wrong dish. Confessing to her? I shouldn't have confessed to her. That's not what Shiori needed at all. She even told me how painful it was for others to care about her. Then why did I confess to her and make her feel even worse? Like I said, because my character is a dumbass. Why was I so selfish? This is my fault. My swarming thoughts keep telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. If I just spent more time with her, walked her to school, and remained friends with her, like we always have been, then I could have prevented this. I know I could have prevented this. Screw the literature club. Screw the festival. I just lost my best friend. Someone I grew up with. Someone's gone forever now. Nothing I can do can bring her back. This isn't some game where I can reset and try something different. It technically is. I had only one chance, and I wasn't careful enough. And now, I'll carry this guilt with me until I die. Nothing in my life is worth more than hers. But I still cannot do what she needed from me. And now, I can never take it back. Never, 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 never. So I'm assuming that's ending 1. And this is probably also why you said you should play out the... Oh, hello. What's that then? Oh. Wait. Oh. Okay, so Sayori is now being replaced with a glitched up version of all the characters, basically. Okay. I can't save right now. But here's the problem. Do I load back into a game that we have saved? Or do we use this one? I'm gonna start with this one. See what happens. Oh, that looks... That looks legible. I see an annoying girl running towards me from a distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. The girl is my neighbor and good friend since we were children. So I'm assuming that the game has basically deleted her from existence. We used to walk together to school in days. Started high school. Hey, buddy. Was wife. I got my best friend killed, buddy. I don't think so. Or killed. Nah. If she's going to chase after me like this, I feel much better off running away. However, the sight that I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let catch up with me. Ah. Remember what you saw during our death screen? The crash log thing? Yeah, I saw. It's an ordinary day, like any other. Mornings are usually the worst, during being surrounded by couples and groups walking to school together. Meanwhile, I always walk to school alone. I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something like that. But I have no motivation to join any clubs. I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. There's always the anime club, but it's not like there would be any girls in it anyway. The school day is ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up things, I stare blankly at a wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. There really aren't any that interest me. Besides, most of them probably be way too demanding for me to want to deal with. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. I have a short 3-minute break. I need to grab my drinks. I'll be right back. I'm seriously curious where this is going now. We have about 20 seconds before the ads run out. By the way, Everald, I didn't mentally register what it said on the screen. So if you did see, if you have it written down anywhere, feel free to DM me that for later period. But yeah, Combustor, this is where this fun starts. Am I correct in thinking that there's a lot more game after this? Because now actually we get to the point where the whole thing breaks. Because now I understand then probably how long we're still gonna pay after. Anyway, let's quickly play out this morning, and then I'm gonna save and we're gonna raid. Fuzzy! Oh, hello. Monica! Oh, God. Oh my goodness. I totally didn't expect to see you here. It's been a while, right? Yeah, it has. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica is probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, and athletic. Basically completely out of my league. I'm getting a remix vibe here, because this is the sentence that was said in the first section of the game when we joined the literature club and she walked in for the first time. I remember that correctly, I think. So, having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... What did you come in here for anyway? Oh, I've just been looking for supplies to use for my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers? I guess you could check the closet. You're in the debate club, right? Oh, about that. I actually quit the debate club. Really? You quit? Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. I feel like nothing is but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. And this is all rehash from original playthrough. I'd much rather be taking something I personally enjoy and make it something special out of it. In that case, what club did you decide to join? Actually, I'm starting a new one. A literature club. Stop freaking me out. Literature? That sounds kind of dull. How many members do you have so far? That's kind of embarrassing, but there's only 3 of us so far. It's really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring. Well, I can see that. But it's really not boring at all, you know? Literature can be anything. Reading, writing, poetry. I mean, one of the members even keeps her manga collection in the club room. Wait, really? Yeah. It's funny, right? She always insists that manga is literature too. I've actually had a thought about this, because I said is manga literature a couple streams back, and I've come to the conclusion that I do feel that comic books as well as manga are literature of a more modern standard than just a written word. And I just think that it depends on how you look at it, if it's literature to you personally. But in a general sense, I think it's just a more modern era type of literature. I don't see why not. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. What, Kev, did I give an unpopular opinion? And besides, a member's a member, right? Did Monica say she? Hey Fuzzy, by any chance, are you still looking for a club to join? Ah, I mean, I guess so, but in that case, is there any chance you could do me a big favor? I won't ask you to join, but if you could at the very least visit my club, it would make me really happy. Please? Well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. Besides, how could I ever refuse someone like Monica? Easily. Sure, I guess I could check it out. Ah, awesome. You're really sweet, Fuzzy. You know that? It's nothing, really. Shall we go then? I'm looking for materials another time. You're more important. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul to Monica and her irresistible smile. I dejectedly followed Monica across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Monica, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. I'm back, and I brought a guest with me. Jesus, that freaked me out. A guest? Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. What do you mean? Don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the club, Fuzzy. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. So let me guess. You're Monika's boyfriend, right? What? No, I'm not. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is the one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual. This is Yaoi, the vice president. Oh, she's now suddenly vice president? Because Sayori isn't here? It's nice to meet you. Yuri appears to be comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet both of you. So I ran into Fuzzy in the classroom and decided to come check out the club. Isn't that great? Wait, Monica. Did I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought someone new? I was going to, well, you know, make cupcakes, and she didn't. Sorry. Didn't forget that, but I just happened to run into him. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Yeah, that would be great. So the whole situation now falls apart because she's not here to manage things as the vice president, Sayori. So there is no cupcakes, there is no preparation. It's all kind of just bland. Your enter key is falling off. Yeah, butterfly keyboards, oh boy. They're terrible. I really don't like them. The girls have a few desk arranged in the form of a table. Yari walks to the corner of the room and opens a closet. Meanwhile, Monica and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monica. So, I know you didn't really plan to come here, but I'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's getting late, so I'm starting to slur it. It's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. I'm surprised there isn't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. Time to hit the save button someday. See, the thing is, we will save in a few seconds, but I also don't really want to save over something. There's nothing that we had done when it comes to decisions yet in this newer playthrough. You have to work hard to convince people that they're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow for this club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki? Well, I guess. Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls. Ooh, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard to find these two. Yari enters the table, carrying a tea set. She carefully places the teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot in the middle. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teacher gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yari's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yari looks away. I meant that, you know... I believe you. While tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yari faintly smiles to herself in relief. So Fuzzy, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read in my past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself jokingly. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but keeps quiet. Nothing much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking, after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels about building deep and complex fantasy worlds. Level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Like Lord of the Rings.
Oh, you touch my la-la-la. My ding-ding-dong.
Oh. Yaori goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obviously by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination and completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read for a horror book once. It was awful. I desperately grasp something I can relate to at this nil level. At this rate, Yari might as well be having a conversation with a rock. I didn't expect that from you, Yari. I'd expect it from you, Yari. It suits your personality. Oh, is that so? Really, if a story makes you think, or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. You read a creepypasta once? I read a SCP once. It was about an IKEA. I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over me for a split second. Never mind. That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind in the last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud, and give that back. Fine. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometimes? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing for oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing yourself and your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yari? Maybe if you share some of your work. That's not my work. You can set an example for Natsuki. Feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yari. We all sit in silence for a moment. Hey, I got an idea. How about this? Natsuki and Yari look quizzically and Monica.
You're all going to die down here.
Oh well?
Let's all go home and write a poem for our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. I thought it was a good idea. Well, I think you're right, Monica. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. I did decide to take on the responsibility of vice president after all. I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members. Besides, now that we have a new member, it seems like a good step for us to take. Do you agree as well, Fuzzy? Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we've reached the most important topic, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Monica may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. Well, I still have other clubs to look at, and losing my train of thought. All the three girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But, I'm sorry, I thought... The girls exchange glances before Monica turns back to me. I guess I need to tell you the truth, Fuzzy. The thing is, we don't have enough members yet to form an official club. We need 4. And I've been trying really hard to find new members. And if we don't find one more before the festival, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I would feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation. And besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. So if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls... Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Oh my goodness, really? Do you really mean that, Fuzzy? Yep. It could be fun, right? You really did scare me for a moment. I mean, if you really just left after all this, I would probably be super pissed. Fuzzy, I'm so happy. We can become an official club now. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time, okay? Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think that we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember your tonight's assignment? Write a poem to bring the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Fuzzy, I look forward to seeing you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with the mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Jari cleans up tea set. I guess I'll be on my way then. Okay, see you tomorrow then. I can't wait. With that, I depart the club room and make my way home. The whole way, my head wanders back and forth between the 3 girls, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day of school in the literature club? Perhaps I'll have a chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright. Just need to make the most of the circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. No, it won't. And I guess let's start with writing the poem tonight. You have unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it? Yes, I would actually. Okay, let's read the special poem. Can you hear me? Right, and I think that's a good moment to save the game and do the voting next time. Uh-oh. Where are my save games? So I guess it doesn't matter if you have save games, it just empties your slots out? Right, I'm gonna save on this one because I'm pretty sure it was there. Yep, there's no save game. None. Ruh-roh. Alright. Well, that kind of answers the question. Yes. Now I'm very curious. So, side stories. We have some side stories unlocked, part 1s. We'll get to those in another time. There was also something, the error earlier might have, yeah. There's also this thing. I don't remember. I have no emails. Okay. I don't remember what the file name was. I think it was traceback. There we go. Ooh. Blah blah blah. Doki date. Uncut VM entry exception occurred. Script blah, call Python. Oh, gee, I didn't break anything, did I? Hold on a sec. I can probably fix this, I think. Actually, you know what? This would probably be a lot easier if I just deleted her. She's the one who's making this so difficult. Well, here goes nothing. Okay, so I'm assuming... Okay. Happy thoughts. Okay. Note insecure directory. This is a scratch dict. Do not use it to store sensitive or permanent things. If you need access to files from the encrypted file share, copy them from your disposable drive and plug it directly into the thin client. Do not copy from here. Rhea is working at setting up a proxy mail server, so you have proper remote communication without having to worry about higher-ups. Keep everything online until then. Backup. File copy test disposable in client. Meeting notes. We're having a lot of stuff to read through now. Ideas, vendor, audio data, meeting over time. You know who went on too many tangents again. I need to be more assertive about focus. Right. There's a lot of folders in here. I'm not going to go through all this right now. I do know now that the traceback is the one that we were looking for. That was the one that was actually giving us an error. We also have new images unlocked, but it's just... Oh wait, there's more. I thought it was just poems, but it's there's a lot more. Oh, this one's cool. It's a bit awkward, but because we selected the word horror in one of our poems, we get the 2019 Halloween art. Cool. There's a lot of cool art in here, by the way. Anyway. This brings us to the end of this stream for today. I know, it's terrible. I did promise someone something. Hang on, I actually need to quit out for that. Either this is gonna crash my stream, or everything works perfectly. But I did promise McFilton one thing. And I will keep that promise. So, give me a second. Just getting it started. Okay, so now it should work. Play Yaya Ding Dong. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And I hope to see you again next time. We're gonna be doing art on Wednesday. But for now, this stream comes to an end. We're gonna keep on continuing with the Doki Doki Literature Club for as long as it's needed. So we might have a little bit more to come next. I am going to drop you guys off at Art and Jest because I haven't done that for a while, and they are usually quite high energy, and I think we can use that after a bit of horror stuff. Rates created. See you guys all next time. Thank you so much for stopping by. See you Wednesday.
Delicious looking dick from... sorry about that.